The entire episode points towards the centrality of the Rothschild banking family in financing the European age of imperialism and conquest, and the expansion of the British Empire, the influence of which spread much, much further. This is the story of the Rothschilds and the enormous banking and financial empire which they came to rule over. The Rothschilds would only begin to appear as one of the great banking and financial families of Europe towards the end of the 18th century. Their lineage, though, can be traced back considerably further to at least the 16th century. The family were Jewish, and so they might well have ultimately come from somewhere like France or England, two kingdoms which had expelled their Jewish communities in the late 13th and early 14th centuries. The arrival of the Black Death, or bubonic plague, in Europe in 1346, and the horrors it had visited on the continent, with 1 in 3 people dying in many places over the next decade, had been blamed on the continent's Jewish people in many places, with paranoid claims of wells being poisoned by local Jews and the like emerging. This, combined with the earlier expulsions, had seen many European Jews traveling eastwards to places like Germany and Poland. It is unclear if the Rothschilds were one such migrant family, as the family surname does not give a clear idea of their provenance. It derives instead from the term Schild, which transliterates as "at the Red Shield." This could mean that they lived near or operated an inn that bore a red shield on its frontage. The family's coat of arms for centuries, as they became successful bankers, bore a red shield too. Evidently, they were involved in loaning out money in Western Germany by the late 17th century. This was one of the few sectors of the economy Jewish families could prosper in. As usury, the practice of loaning out money at high rates of interest was forbidden for centuries under Christian law. Incidentally, the Jewish decision to resort to usury as a means of making money would feed into a lot of modern anti-Semitic tropes in Europe. While the Rothschilds were clearly involved in money lending in the city of Frankfurt by the 18th century, the individual who really started the family's ascent to wealth and power was Maya Amschel Rothschild. To get a sense of how his success came about, we need to look at exactly where capitalism had developed to and what the economy and financial world of Europe was like in the 18th century. Capitalism per se is a relatively modern phenomenon, but the idea that one makes a profit from an enterprise and then reinvests the profits or accumulated capital into another initiative, which in turn creates more money, is as old as time. The oldest writing system in the world, cuneiform, was basically developed in Mesopotamia in the 4th millennium BC as a means of recording on clay tablets who owed whom for bushels of grain, jars of wine, and the like. Commerce has always been the lifeblood of civilization,